Are the Buccaneers in the driver's seat to repeat and run it back for another Super Bowl?
Yep, in the driver's seat, two-seater, no passengers. Damn right. Nobody else is next to them, not even the Kansas City Chiefs. Look at this squad, man. Like, it's so difficult to retain greatness. Last time a team went back-to-back, it was the same quarterback in Tom Brady when he was in New England. More importantly, you can look at a recent example with the Kansas City Chiefs as a cautionary tale of the fact that they were able to retain greatness, improved. Patrick Mahomes went 14-1 as a starter, but still came up short. Now, if you look at that as a situation, it will remind you, not only can we go out there and do what we did before, but be careful of becoming arrogant because we retained all our talent. I don't think they become arrogant because of the leadership abilities of one Tom Brady. You add all that up, Acho, in a COVID cap year where it was 8% decline in terms of the cap resources, but they still went out there and got everything that they wanted done. Whew. I don't know what the universe is whispering right now about this situation, but it looks like all of the momentum, now the continuity, and also the leadership and the newfound culture, mindset, and expectations are all supporting this team. Yeah, they're in the driver's seat, no passengers.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that the Buccaneers, they did the best job of retaining all of their pieces. Now, the only place I differ is that, yeah, they in the driver's seat, but there are teams riding shotgun.
I'm listening.
The teams riding shotgun. Like, I can't just turn a blind eye to the fact that the Chiefs were the best team over the last 2 years. The Chiefs had a bad day without either of their starting offensive tackles that should have been starting over the course of the season, Fisher and Schwartz. And then the Chiefs got manhandled. But it's not as though the Buccaneers cakewalked through the entirety of the season. Now, second half of the season, significantly better than the first half of the season. They were 8-0 over those last 8 games. We all know that. We all recognize that. But in the same breath, like, the Buccaneers are still going to have to put in work. The only difference is this. The best team maintained all of their pieces. And if the best maintains is what made them the best, they should be able to run it back. But, again, you got teams like the Rams ready to snipe.
Who?
You heard them? The Rams were always saying they a quarterback away. All of a sudden, they got that quarterback.
Until the playoffs come, then they don't know who they got.
You can't judge a man if he's barely ever been there. Like, it's not like he's failed there in excess.
Really?
He just never got there. So with that being said, the Bucs are in the driver's seat, but I do got some cats riding shotgun.
Let's see.
Speaking of someone riding shotgun, let's bring in Bucky Brooks, NFL analyst, to get his opinion on the take. Bucky, are the Bucs in the driver's seat for another Super Bowl run?
No. I just committed a TV sin. I said one thing and I'm doing another. But after hearing y'all wax poetic about Tampa Bay like they're the greatest team to ever play, no. We were talking about the Kansas City Chiefs having a dynasty. Look, they slipped up. They got touched up a little bit. They tasted a little blood like Bruce Lee. They got it in their mouth, but they're coming back. My man Patrick Mahomes is still playing at an MVP level. When you look at the number of games that this team has won over the last 2 years, I don't know how we can dismiss them and say that they're not the team to actually beat. Let's think. They are a team who has all of the firepower coming back on offense. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. You got Patrick Mahomes, who will be healthy and able to play fully. Because remember, in that Super Bowl, he wasn't right. He's over there limping along, can't get around. They upgrade the offensive line, bringing Joe Thuney over. This is a team that will be back. This is the team that I believe is setting up the dynasty to make that run where they dominate and continue to lord over the National Football League because they are so dominant, particularly on offense.
Oh, man, I don't want to turn this into a Kansas City Chiefs beatdown segment, but since y'all keep thinking they riding shotgun, I'm going to tell you how they're not. Maybe in the car, my homegirls used to clown. They were like, the one dude you don't date is the one that's in the back seat who's on the passenger side because he's the brokest. And I used to crack up. And that's where the Chiefs are because the Chiefs right now lost 3 offensive line starters. And they bring in 1 and they think that's good math. Okay. 2, if you look at it, I love me some Patrick Mahomes. I know a lot of people know that I'm objective, so that sounds critical of Patrick Mahomes. But you can't sneeze at his greatness. But he is 6-2 in the postseason. 6-2. And those 2 losses came to what player? The same quarterback, Tom Brady? So you're trying to tell me that Superman has kryptonite? Duh. but his kryptonite is in living form, and it lives in Tampa Bay. And that is Tom Brady, who has figured out, once again, how to master the simple. The problem with Kansas City riding shotgun is that they still haven't focused in on their greatest issue, mastering the simple things. That said, you look at this Tampa Bay squad, the best just got better because it's not about just retaining that talent. It's the continuity, the support. Now the injection of a new mindset and winning culture that came from Tom Brady and all the collective success. Man, look, when you get paid, there's a pressure to get paid. Then after you get paid, there's a pressure to live up to that same payment. That's what these Tampa Bay Bucs are going to do. Live up to those expectations because they got the greatest leader in NFL history leading the way.
Here's my thing, no Cell. Let's not act like one poor performance by the Kansas City Chiefs is going to create this whole narrative of, oh, the Bucs dominate the Chiefs and the Chiefs. Remember, they were 1-1 last year. They played each other twice. Chiefs won the first time, Bucs won the second time. So I'm not going to let one poor performance create a narrative that the Bucs are running away with everything. The Bucs were 11-5 last year. They got dusted up a couple of times. They took some bad losses, some terrible losses within their division. Now, when push came to shove, they won the whole thing. Pay homage to that, pay the respect to that. But we're not going to just sit here and act like there is no other competition to the Bucs. Bucs are in the driver's seat, not because they got better, but because they didn't get worse. We're going to talk track and field because my dogs up here know track and field. And you at home, if y'all watch the show long enough, y'all know track and field by now. The last 20 minutes of a race, you're not getting faster. It's just who is decelerating most rapidly.
Hold on.
The last 20 meters of a race.
Oh, 20 meters. I think you said minutes. I'm like, what the hell? You got the wrong.
Nobody in this street.
Ain't nothing up here to look like 20-minute running.
But the last 20 meters of a 100-meter sprint, nobody is getting faster. It's just who is decelerating most rapidly. The Buccaneers, they're not getting faster right now. They're just decelerating less rapidly than other Super Bowl winners. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I'm going to let Bucky tell you you're wrong. But, yeah, you're wrong. I don't want to hear that. Race me in the 40. I ain't getting slower the last 20.
I mean, so here's the other thing, and I know we have a love affair with Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, hung a title. He did all the things. But are we going to act like it's not going to happen? The fall off is not going to happen because of all the weapons that he has around him, because the defense is playing at a lifestyle level. Are we expecting Tom Brady to continue to play at a high level at 44 years of age? Like, that's unrealistic for us to expect him to continue to ward off Father Time. At some point, he is coming back to the pack, and we've already seen it at times. Remember, this is a guy that got amnesia. He forgot what was going on against the Chicago Bears. You can remember that it was fourth down or not. He has had some missteps and some hiccups along the way. Yes, he's a Super Bowl champion. Yes, he has 7 of those shiny things on his mantle. But I am not ready to say that in a one-and-done game that he is going to outduel Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes had a hiccup. He wasn't playing at his best because he was injured, and he had 2 offensive tackles who didn't know what they were doing. That won't happen again. I fully expect the Kansas City Chiefs to be there, and if they meet them again, I expect the Chiefs to hoist the trophy, and they continue on with this dynasty that they had talked about.
Oh, my offensive line, man, everybody getting hurt. And everyone focuses in on that when the team loses, when you expected that same team to win. But did y'all look at the winners? They had lost their offensive starting guard, and they had lost, not lost. They had a rookie out there at offensive tackle. A rookie, and we don't have our guard, and no one wants to talk about that. I'm just saying, in the Super Bowl your rookie year, maybe you're going to get better the next year. I don't know. You tell me how Tristan Wirfs is going to perform next year. Point being, y'all stop trying to predict when Tom Brady's going to fall off, when he's going to decline. Look at last year. Everyone said that. And I remember you guys. Acho had a field day when Tom Brady didn't know it was fourth down. Clowning, laughing. And they were 7-5, you look up. And you're like, what the hell's going on? I think that Acho's right. I think that these analysts are right. It's over. And then they didn't lose another game the entire year. So keep trying to predict it. Oh, you want to say, well, they're fat and full and they just won a Super Bowl. Tom Brady, after winning Super Bowls, is still a beast. I remind you, last player to go back-to-backs, Tom Brady. Oh, what about in 2015 when he won a Super Bowl? After that year, he came back, lost in the AFC Championship game. Y'all act like that's a bad thing. Oh, what about when he won a Super Bowl in 2016? Came back, lost in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady is not the type to get fat and full and doesn't continue to pursue greatness because he's embodying greatness. It's over for y'all. Tom Brady, Super Bowl champs, back to back once again.